just thanking you for being here with us on today. We thank you for giving us wisdom and guidance and leading us into all truth. We thank you that the decisions that we make here today positively benefit the citizens as well as the city. And we just thank you for this opportunity. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Committee members, the minutes from our last meeting have been provided for you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Those minutes are now approved. We don't have any old business, but new business. We have a right-of-way encroachment licensing agreement. Mr. Johnny Mickles. It's item two. Okay. I think it's towards the back.
Good afternoon. My name is Johnny Mickles. I serve as the land acquisition agent for the Department of Permanent Planning, Engineering, and Permits. And today I have a right-of-way encroachment license agreement between the City of Birmingham and Iron Mountain Information Management, LLC, regarding proposed installation of one submersible sewage pump lift station in the existing sidewalk with an ADA lid for the purpose of pushing waste to the sewer main. The pump will project from the exterior of the building located at 3000 Second Avenue South. And I have some representatives here from Iron Mountain.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Mr. Chair, may I ask, Mr. Minkins, is it?
Mickles.
Nichols. Is there a schematic or some kind of diagram showing how it interacts with the right-of-way?
Yes, it should be in the exhibits toward the back.
Well, I see the pumps,
So we see the pump.
but we don't see what it looks like coming from the building and how it goes up. Okay. I see something. There's a site plan. You see the site plan? And some small print. It's just so small.
It should be on the site utilities plan.
Pump controller,
Yeah, so we're
lift
looking at this
station,
document.
sidewalk.
Yes,
gate
that's it.
With
Gotcha.
ADA lid detail.
You see that one?
And then see the detail. Okay.
It's it's a little bit further back.
Right after the site plan, there's a call out.
But yes, if there is a representative or somebody that could
These
speak.
two. These are what we're looking for,
Yeah,
right?
don't be afraid. It's all good.
Okay.
I don't know, this is the best thing I can find.
Good afternoon. So I'm Mitchell Breen with Watson Breen. We're the contractor who's performing the work, or will be performing the work. And you have what questions do you have?
Yeah, so I guess, my question is this something that is being installed, being replaced? Like,
So it would be installed
okay,
to fix a previous condition where found out that the sanitary was going into the storm drain. So we capped this line, and then we need to install this lift station to help pump it to the sanitary line and connecting it. So it's because of where it is, it's located right up against the building, it would be crossing that sidewalk. So we'll be installing a pump with a lift station, and it'll be in a vault, so that with a cover, the ADA lid cover, flush, same elevations with the sidewalk.
Okay.
And this is not storm water that is pumping, this is sewage
No,
water.
this is sewer from the building.
Building.
We're
Gotcha.
trying to fix that, what was going into a storm drain that was found out. It was, I believe it was noticed when they were working on some other conditions down in that area.
Got you, okay. Are there any questions from any committee members? I feel like you have one.
Yes,
Councilor
sir.
Clark, go ahead.
Thank you. So I was just wondering, so I can see, it's very small what we have up here, but I see generally how it's connected pretty close to the building, but might encroach onto the sidewalk. Is there a street in front of this building?
Yes.
What street is that?
Second Avenue South,
Second Avenue South? What block of Second Avenue South?
3000.
3,000? So
The
third
Pepper
between,
Place, behind Pepper Place, or I guess the whole area is Pepper.
okay, so between 30th and 31st on Second Avenue South?
I'm
You
not
said
exactly sure,
3,000.
but 3000 Second Avenue South, so I
Okay,
think
so it's in the
yeah.
3,000.
It's right
30th
around 30, I think it's 32nd and 30, I'm not
Or
sure.
30th and 31st.
It's right around in there, yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
around 30th, okay. Okay, and so there won't be any impediments to pedestrian flow because everything will be flush? I mean, the surface will
Yes,
still
yes,
be,
that's correct, yes, ma'am.
okay. And what's the dimensions on this, on the cover?
Let's see.
It looks like a 36-inch aluminum gas tight hatch cover. 36-inch, so that's 3 feet? Yeah, it'd be good if we could see this. It's like, we could see the detail.
Okay, well, it would be about the same as the sidewalk. It'd be as big as the sidewalk.
About as
correct?
wide as the
Yes.
sidewalk? And this meets our standards or for this type of thing? If we have standards?
I asked for approval from Jefferson County, and I got an email confirmation from Emily Kemp, and yeah, they approved it.
I just think that maybe in the future, we could just like copy just the little piece we need to see, because really this is like unreadable.
Yes.
But I'm so excited that you caught them, or somebody did, sending the raw sewage down the storm sewer. That's kind of scary that people were doing that.
That's
And,
Mr. Troy from Stormwater's here too. So.
yeah, so I'm sure that somebody had a good excuse for it, but I'm glad we're fixing it. I just want to understand what we're doing before we approve it. But I think I'm good now that we've got these explanations, but maybe next time we could just, like just Xerox the little part of the drawing that we need to see
Yes, ma'am.
so that we can see it. Because this is more than my eyeglasses can take.
And Mr. Mickles, is this, I guess, top left corner portion, is that supposed to be a blow-up of what is taking place in that highlighted area? On this site utilities plan? Is
Is that on the first page?
is this supposed to be like a, got you, I think that's the actual door to the pump, okay. Okay, yeah, if we could just, get a larger, picture of it, just so we know exactly what it is that we're looking at. To Councilor Abbott's point, I know nobody would have any, objection to fixing that issue. Yeah, nobody would have any objection to it, but just knowing what we're actually approving. Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion is, or that item is approved. Item number 2.
All right. Item number 2, I have a right-of-way encroachment license agreement between the City of Birmingham and Chick-fil-A regarding the proposed installation of inlets, storm manholes, storm pipe, and for the purpose of street improvements along Medford Road. The construction will be installed within the right-of-way located at 9345 Parkway East. And I have Miss Kendra flew in from Tampa to answer any questions you have.
Yes, come on up.
Good afternoon. My name is Kendra Lewis. I'm a permit manager at Interplan. Interplan is an architectural and engineering firm hired by Chick-fil-A. The larger scope of work for this project is we're going to be demolishing and rebuilding the Chick-fil-A. And so as part of that work, this right-of-way needed some pretty drastic improvements. There's currently stormwater inlets, but it's just not in the best shape out there. I was actually down at the site this morning, so our engineers would like to upsize the stormwater pipe that's serving this area so that it would route the stormwater runoff more effectively. And there's also some sanitary sewer in this area as well, so I believe they're going to tie in to the existing manhole in the right-of-way and then do any curbing and pavement and grading changes that need to be done to just make it look aesthetically more pleasing as well.
So, thank you for that. I'll be honest with you, I don't know exactly where these inlets are or,
So, yes,
it's,
that's,
I mean, it's
small, so it would be to the north, which is the very top of the page, and I apologize in
how many?
advance. I had printed an exhibit that was beautiful, and I left it on my printer at the office in Florida. But yeah, I mean, the area of the right-of-way, it's really, they're just gonna grade it to be flush. Right now, there's a significant, almost hill. So they're gonna grade it to be flush with the site since they're demolishing the building and redoing the whole drive-through and parking. So they're just gonna correct this area as well, aesthetically and functionally with the stormwater and sanitary lines. So we have plans submitted to both the city and Jefferson County, so they'll be reviewed and approved by both entities as well.
And question I had was how many inlets?
That is a good question. 3, thank you.
You said 3? I guess I'm just trying to see exactly where that is going to be. Okay. Yeah, if we could, like I said, in the future, like, I know I got young eyes, man, but, yeah, we need to be able to just see it. Yes, ma'am. Councilman Clark.
So I see some of the storm water work that they're doing is on their property and some is in the public right-of-way. So the part that's in the public right-of-way, it requires an encroachment agreement. Do they actually end up owning those facilities or are they? Oh,
Could you come to the mic? Come to the mic. And state your name.
My name is Al Jackson. I serve as Chief Right-of-Way Agent for the City of Birmingham. In similar situations to the one that you're reviewing today, the easement will be temporary. Give them a right-of-way use agreement so they can correct the problem in a timely manner, and then they'll have to get a permanent easement from the City of Birmingham.
So they'll get they'll get an easement.
Yes.
Ultimately is what they will have
Yes.
to be able to, work on these facilities in the future for maintenance.
Yes,
But they,
the term of this license agreement should be for 3 years to give them time to do what they need to do, and then they'll be working on a permanent easement in the meantime.
okay.
Counselor, I'm sorry. Did you have any more questions, Counselor?
I guess I'm trying to figure out, what's it connecting to? I mean, okay, I guess, but the easement, whose easement is it? Is it our easement or the county's easement? I mean, who owns the facilities?
It's going to be a sanitary sewer, then it'll be initially conveyed to the City of Birmingham, and then it will have to be transferred from maintenance to the Jefferson County Environmental Services. So because Jefferson County will be responsible for maintenance.
Okay, so ultimately it'll be their easement.
It'll be theirs. yes.
Okay, thank you.
But for the transfer, it has to go before City Council and be dedicated to Jefferson County.
Got it.
Okay,
That's because of the that's the unification agreement between Jefferson County
City.
and the City of Birmingham.
yeah, so they'll ultimately be part of the public, sewer system, but the private developer is doing the improvements and then sort of dedicating them back for perpetual maintenance.
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha. Counselor Abbott, did you have any questions?
Well, I think I found a lot of catch basins on here. Now, the catch basins are sewer inlets, right?
Catch basins, that's a storm, aren't they?
Catch basins are
Catch basins,
stormwater.
stormwater.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's sanitary, we're in trouble if we're using catch basins. Big trouble. So, and then we have the storm manhole, we have a lot of storm manholes. Yeah. Well, I'm good with it. I'm excited that Chick-fil-A is doing this because we have a lot of old infrastructure that we don't do anything about. So I'm glad that somebody's doing something. And I'm interested in Chick-fil-A because I've noticed that they're tearing down all of their Chick-fil-A's and rebuilding them, like from the dirt up. So is it just because they have a lot of old facilities? I'm just curious about that. It has nothing to do with the sewer, but why are they tearing down all their buildings?
Yeah, I mean, largely, they're running out of room in their sites. You know, most of their sites were built, you know, back in the 90s or 2000s, early 2000s, and their business model since then has just changed. I think especially after, well, probably before COVID, but even after COVID, just the drive-through is just, you know, is the primary source of demand. So they're trying to account for more drive-through stacking. So that it's on-site and not on the public roadways. So that's really the biggest change lately, and why they need larger sites or have to reorientate the building, which would require to knock them down and rebuild them. So,
Well, good, thank you. That was just an item of curiosity. I'm ready to make a motion okay.
I just wanted to ask one more thing because, you know, you're doing a lot of work to the storm sewer system, but you've got a big detention facility. I don't know how much water that holds, but there's a underground stormwater detention vault. It looks like it's in the drive-through lane.
so that would be underneath the pavement. So basically, the underground stormwater, it's like an underground stormwater pond. So if you've seen, detention ponds. So, it's just, there's no room to put it on the site, so we put it underground.
But you did a study and this is needed to manage the runoff?
So
this
I
site?
believe,
Or you all are going over and beyond? I mean, I'm just wondering you have a facility here, right now that doesn't have all this stuff.
correct.
So
So
are you
I-
all experiencing a lot of,
I will preface it with,
drainage
I'm not an engineer,
issues?
but I work closely with my engineering team, and they do, perform a, stormwater analysis. So yes, that has been done and submitted. So, if we're providing it, then they deemed it was necessary to capture that extra stormwater.
They're doing an excellent job of it.
They
I
are.
mean, there's a lot here. May I make a motion?
Yes, please.
I move approval.
second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, well, see if you can also, see if Chick-fil-A can add the spicy fried chicken wrap to the menu.
We are, I'm
Greatly appreciate that.
vouching for that too.
Yes, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Your neighbor.
All right,
Ease your mind about the stormwater before it's approved. The City of Birmingham Stormwater Division will review everything before it's approved.
Okay.
got you. All right, item number 3. You gotta slide that. I say you ain't got no small pictures too, do you? Okay. All right, I appreciate you, Mr. Jackson.
This is my Walmart. This is my Walmart.
Your Walmart, okay. I didn't know you had one, but
Right. It's on my club.
Everything should be legible on that.
It's a long story.
Okay.
Trust me, it's my Walmart. I was directed. You can tell me.
This you, Mr. Jackson? Yeah, come on. Come. Oh, yeah, look, item 3. Come on. Come on, Mr. Albert Jackson.
Name is Al Jackson. I serve as Chief Land Acquisition Agent for the City of Birmingham. Item number 3 is a request for the approval of a license agreement for the placement and maintenance of a bus shelter between Walmart Real Estate Business Trust, the Birmingham Jefferson County Transit Authority, and the City of Birmingham regarding the proposed installation of a bus shelter to serve the residents of the Eastwood neighborhood. Walmart has requested or asked for this bus shelter due to the volume of ridership and the number of patrons coming to and leaving Walmart shopping center. I have visited the store, and there are occasionally be anywhere between 5 and 25 people at the bus stop. So this is a situation that needs to be corrected. In fact, they're talking about, because of the bus shelter not being able to accommodate the number of people that are there, they also want to add some benches, which will probably have to be amended. We'll try to work that out with the people that are designing the bus shelter to increase the size of the stop to accommodate the number of people.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. How many people actually can fit in, currently in this?
It's 18 feet wide.
Yeah.
I guess the current bus shelter, 18 feet wide. That's between 6 and 8 people, depending on their weight, size, and things like that.
And so currently, people are, I guess if it does happen to rain or be too hot outside, like, are they having to wait closer to the building or inside of Walmart?
Currently, they're standing in the parking lot, close to the Walmart building.
Gotcha.
And Walmart, because there were so many people there, they put some benches out there for them. But they have no shelter, nothing.
Gotcha.
And this is, just to provide additional, we really don't have any place to stand. So, I mean, they just have to fight the elements the best way they can.
Yes,
And
sir.
like I said, anywhere between 5 and 25 people at any given time.
Councilor Abbott?
Well, even though this is Counselor Clark's Walmart, I go there sometimes. And I've seen those people out in the parking lot, and I wondered what they were doing. I didn't realize they were waiting on a bus. But I see that the shelter is actually going to be, I suppose this is Walmart's property in the parking lot where they're gonna put the shelter? Where that
Yes.
big red dot is?
For them to receive federal funding for the installation of the bus shelter, it has to be approved by the city of Birmingham.
Well, I'm good with it. Like I said,
Before we
I've
close,
seen
I
the
mean-
people out there in the parking lot, and it's not good on a rainy day or a hot day.
Yes.
So is Frederick Street a public street? That street that's,
No, it's not.
okay,
It's
it's
a
a
private
private
roadway.
street, okay.
Had to get an additional authorization and consent agreement to allow the installation of the bus shelter on a private roadway. And that's also, Walmart has to sign the agreement as well, which is a little bit different than the normal agreement.
Gotcha.
And have Representatives, Mr. Chu and from the Transit Authority, they'd like to speak about the item as well.
Okay, come on up.
And have a representative from the Transit Authority.
Yeah, this is James Chu, Gonzalez Trends, represent Walmart as a civil engineer, as an agent. So we recognize, the store recognize there's a lots of safety issue, and especially you are asking about the shelter and the seating area, and they don't have anything. So early on, they are flick the shopping cart, sit on it, and that's why they create lots of issues. I think I'm glad the transit and the city agree, kind of building a shelter, kind of enhance the waiting area, and the others there's a accessible sidewalk, and everything connect to the neighborhood shopping center is very convenient, and the others the bus will not come into the parking lot and making a circulation, so it will help to get the bus through the area more convenient, and let the passengers have the place they can stay. Kind of during the rain day, they can have the place they can stay. So I think this is going to be a win-win for the passengers and the other kind of safety for the store.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, and I see we have two other gentlemen. Did y'all want to speak as well? Or they say they're good. Awesome.
They're represented from Birmingham Transit Authority, but you can speak since you have to approve it as well.
Good afternoon. My name is William Pennell. I'm the facilities manager for Birmingham Jefferson County Transit Authority. And like Mr. Jackson and Mr. Chu said, it is very needed for the bus shelter to be placed at that Walmart. I'm a frequent at the store myself, and it's a lot of people that's over there. And like Mr. Jackson said, they have no way to fight against the elements. As you know, we're coming into the summer months. Like it's very needed at that location.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Councilor Clark.
So, as facilities manager, is this a pretty standard looking one? It looks, it's really, from the elevation, it's good looking, it's different from most I've seen. It's bigger.
Yes, ma'am.
But do you all have standards for the design of these that influence what this looks like? Or did Walmart pick what it looked like, or?
No, ma'am. It's kind of standard to what we're doing now, since, you know, of course, with the BRT that we have. So we kind of took that design and came up with this design along with Mr. Chu and Gonzalez, his associates, to come up with this design for that to accommodate the volume and the number of people that be at this location. And that's what we will be doing going forward with the rest of our shelters as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, no, I greatly appreciate, you all presenting this. I frequent that Walmart as well. It's right around the corner from my neighborhood. And so, I've oftentimes seen folks, kind of standing out there. And, like you said, with the summer months coming in, getting heat from both the top and the bottom from all that, heated streets and sidewalks. So, is there a motion to approve?
I'd like to make a motion to approve this item.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That item passes. All right. Is it Lorenzo Clark?
Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
Is that you? We're just trying to make sure that's you.
No, I was telling her, I remember you used to work over at the airport in the engineering department a long time ago. Yes.
We were all younger then.
Good to see you.
Old home week.
All right.
See you Saturday.
All right, on to item number 4, Mr. Michael Glover.
Good afternoon. My name is Michael Glover. I serve as Chief Condemnation Demolition Coordinator. Item number 4, a request for the Community Development Committee to review property that has 0 voided repair permits, 2331 34th Avenue North on March 11, 2024, Thomas Nelson Murray III, 5011 43rd Place North, Birmingham, Alabama, 35217. Submitted an application for a special repair permit. This property was condemned by City Council on February 6, 2024.
Got you. Thank you, Mr. Glover. And to my, hold on just a second. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure. Is this the item that we had an opportunity to see on our last community development meeting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Councilor Clark?
I had a question for Mr. Glover. Mr. Glover, process-wise, does the condemnation division make a determination of structural soundness as part of your process?
As part of the process to condemn, yes. But as a process to award a repair permit, no.
But when you're determining, okay, so when you condemn it, you flag it as structurally sound or not structurally
No,
sound?
we flag it as a public nuisance.
Oh,
Meaning
when do
that
you do the structural soundness evaluation?
It's, okay. The public nuisance is basically what can be seen from the outside. And during our inspection, it may be structurally sound, it may not be. It could just be a nuisance, meaning open. And that
Okay.
nuisance is,
Yeah, it could just
To
need to be
avoid-
boarded up, right? Okay,
so, and it's normally more damage than that. If it's just that, we refer to housing.
okay.
It's just, no house is the same. It's a base by base, school district, church district, or zone or area. But the nuisance is why we condemn.
Yes.
Not so much to say that it's structurally sound.
Like it's, okay. Well, it's more of a blight type of
Right, yes,
issue, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just remember when I worked on the other side of the hall that, there was, in that process, when you're going through all the due process, I mean, there used to be, and I'm not saying things are still done the same way, but an evaluation of structural soundness and a guesstimation or estimation as to what it would take to bring it up to code. Is that still a part of?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but that's more something you all just keep for your own purposes in the file.
That's mainly after the permit, if the permit is approved, meaning if Mr. Murray.
So only if there's a repair permit, do you make that determination?
In the repair permit process, what happens is, if a citizen comes in I want to repair my house. Okay, so then we take an overall look as to what needs to be brought up to code. And like I said before, each property is different, because if they get, most repairs are done to get rid of the public nuisance first, meaning the exterior, the roof, the windows, the siding. Once that is done, they can choose to continue under the condemnation repair permit, or we can close it out and allow them to get a regular building permit
Okay.
for the interior. So we focus mainly on the public nuisance, which is what is seen from the exterior.
Okay. So it sounds like the process evolved a little bit
Yes, ma'am.
from back in my day, 20-something years ago. Okay.
But am I correct in saying that if they start the process and they're just addressing the exterior, they still would need to repair the interior as well?
Yes,
repair.
but as far as our division of condemnation demolition,
Condemnation.
we can't justify demolishing it if the house is beautiful on the outside.
Outside. Got
So-
you. So
so-
once it is, I guess,
Stabilized.
once you all see it and condemn it, then at that point, everything needs to be repaired if somebody wants to do the repair permit. But if
Yes.
it looks good from the exterior, then there's no reason for you even to condemn it. Or,
Correct.
okay, got it. Councilor Abbott, did you have any questions?
Well, I have some questions for the applicant because I'm looking at the condition of the house, and I am curious to know about what's going to be done. I mean, is your intention, or you're the applicant, right? Yeah, and so your intention is to just fix up the exterior, or you want to fix up the whole house, or?
Fix up the whole house.
Because it's got some pretty giant holes in it. And the windows are falling out.
So last time.
So what, just tell us what your plan is. I mean, I would just like to hear your plan for how you're going to attack this significant project that you have.
Take my time, fix it.
Can you speak into the microphone so we can hear you?
Gonna go ahead and replace all the damages and fix it all back to new again.
Motion to delay. He's supposed to give us an estimate.
Yeah, and so how much have you determined that this is going to cost to fix all of this damage to the house?
15,000. 15,000.
And where did that estimate come from?
Estimate cost of supplies and things.
Can you speak into the mic, sir?
Supplies.
Supply, okay, so you're gonna have $15,000 worth of materials, and then you're gonna do all the work yourself?
Yes.
It was you and a family member of yours, correct?
Yes.
Because your family member has a construction company and does work along these lines, so.
Okay, well, I at least feel more comfortable with that because it looks like there's structural damage to me. I mean, I think I know structural damage when I see it. And it looks like there's a lot of it, and it looks also like there's plumbing problems, and my guess would be electrical, although I think you said the electrical had already been fixed.
Yes. Hadn't had any plumbing or electrical problems with it.
I guess all that water is just from the holes in the house. Anyway,
So I did have one thing that I wanted to say, Mr. Murray, because I just wanted to make sure, that you understood exactly how this process would work. Because, I mean, it's your property, your home, you have the right to repair it if you have the means to be able to do so. But just want to also give you a heads up that, you know, once you begin this process and trying to acquire, or once you receive the repair permit, right now you have 0 voided repair permits. But you would have to check in with Mr. Glover every 30 days, correct? To make sure that there are significant improvements being made to the property so that you could continue to fix up on your home and avoid it being a public nuisance in the neighborhood, correct? So there's, every 30 days, you would need to be able to check in with him. Which, I mean, if you and your family member do this work, then we shouldn't have no problems at all. And we appreciate you for, you know, fixing up your property and making the neighborhood look good. However, if that is not the case, it will be demolished, as well as you will receive a one voided repair permit against you. So that means that if there are any other properties that, you know, fall in this same situation, and you come before us to repair that property, we will see that there has been one instance where you have not been able to operate in good faith in terms of completing the task that you said that you would complete. So I just wanted to make sure, you know, that you understood what was happening here today. If we were to approve this, then that process will begin to start, and the ball will be in your court. All right?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Well, I make
I have one question. Okay. What the city is concerned about is the exterior of the house and its appearance creating a blighting influence in the neighborhood, correct? So if he fixes up the exterior of the house, puts a new roof on it, new windows, gets it structurally sound where it looks good, then the city is happy. Is that accurate? Yes. So then on the inside, it could still look like it looks in these pictures, and no one will complain until it begins to look like a nuisance from the exterior. Is that accurate?
Yes. And, I mean, it's simple. You can't see what's on the inside.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's like I was explaining to Councilor Clark. We're a public nuisance. We're driven by public nuisance. What the citizens can see as they're driving down the street, walking down the sidewalk, what's going on the inside of the house, we don't know. That's not our concern as far as.
But there's no certificate of occupancy until it's up to code.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I got you.
Got you. So that was different than what I just understood, because I thought that once they received the repair permit, then they had to completely repair the whole entire structure from outside and inside. But you're saying as long as the exterior looks good,
From a condemnation
standpoint.
But they are still required to complete the exterior and interior. We just won't have justification as far as demolition because the outside or the exterior has been repaired.
Okay, we learning stuff. Keep going.
I just want to say, I do like that better because, you know, if we had had that years ago, we would still have a lot of houses standing in Birmingham because we tore down a lot of good houses just because they were empty. And so, you know, if the nuisance is abated, the property's secure and not, you know, a blight, it's not exerting a blighting influence, I mean, he might want to do that phase and then, you know, get some financing or do something else to bring it up to code to live in it.
Yes, ma'am.
But it would just be saving kind of the structure.
Yes,
so the envelope would be dealt with, so.
Right. Before he could get the power and the gas release, it would have to be brought up to code. So it works hand in hand.
Okay.
Got you. Is there a motion for approval? I move for approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Godspeed to you, Mr. Murray.
All right, so have a good one.
I've got item number 5.
Okay, item number 5, a request for the Community Development Committee to review the property that has one repair permit, 711 Graymont Avenue West, on May 28, 2024, George Adams Jr., 715 Greymount Avenue West, Birmingham, Alabama, 35204, submitted an application for a special repair permit. This property was condemned by City Council on November 9, 2021.
It's lucky we're slow.
How you doing, sir?
Okay.
Good. State your name and,
My name is George Allen Jr.
okay. And, what are you planning on doing with this property?
Redoing it completely.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Redoing it completely.
Okay.
It's been gutted out. It had plastic and that old stuff. I gutted all the stuff out of it. It had all new windows and stuff, but all that stuff been stole. You know, I bricked it. It was a wooden house. I bricked the whole house, but they stole the doors and windows off of the people. You know, so I got to put all this stuff back now.
Were you repairing the home at one point and then, just stop working on it?
Well, I didn't start working. I wasn't I wasn't here. My mother, was trying to handle, but she was too old to, do it.
Got you. Okay. Counselors, anybody got questions? No?
I'll say something. Well, I live near this house and I pass by it all the time. I haven't been checking on it, but it seems like it's been in a general state of disrepair for a long, long time. And, we condemned this in 21 and it's now 24, unlike the other one that was condemned in 24. We've had a long time to do this. So if you were gonna bring it up to code, why did you have to wait?
See, the roof been took. That's a new roof on there, but the trees fell on it. That's what did the damage. It just didn't fall in. The trees from in the yard fell. I took the whole top off the house completely. All that was new wood, new deck, and new roof, and all that stuff. But see, the trees fell on it and knocked them holes in there. It's one, matter of fact, a limb fell right now. I got to get up there and cut it off. And then the people stole the stuff, and then the trees would make the roof. It didn't just because it was all new wood.
Well, we see a tree. There's a picture of a tree on
Yeah,
it.
it's on the back. That just happened in the last few weeks, couple of weeks or something. The tree, the tree's old because the house was built in 1948.
So, quick question, Mr. Glover. Well, two questions, actually. One, in this process, when the property has been condemned, residents still have the ability to go in and, make repairs to it? Or that's the reason why they had to come here?
We actually had the machine out at this property.
So what
I
happened?
got a call from the contractor that said the owner had stopped him from demolishing the property. As I stated to Mr. Allens, from this process, from that hole in the roof being this size to the way it is now, didn't quite add up to me. If I've got a piece of property and the roof is gone, I'm going to repair it, whether permit or not. Because if it's that wide open, it's deteriorating from the inside and the exterior. And when I asked, he basically just said what he told you. Well, like I said, we had the machine out about to demolish it. And if he hadn't been cutting grass that day, it would be demolished because the machine was there.
And then I guess the second question is, how long after us condemning properties do they then move to the demolition process? Because this one was condemned November 29th of 2021, and it's 2024.
Right.
And so I guess when was that day that it was going to be?
I found this property going through folders, clearing out. Just to be honest, I found this Because I've been in this position almost 2 years.
Okay.
So what I was doing was going through folders. And actually, I was going through the special repair permit. On these permits, the building inspectors are required to go out and do the inspections. And those inspections are supposed to be made to the building inspectors every 30 days. And we were depending on the building inspectors to notify us that these repairs are being made and are not being made. And we weren't being notified. So the way we're doing things now is we're keeping up the condemnation process. We're keeping up, okay, this permit was issued this date. I go back and check it 30 days. I'm looking for an inspection, which we don't have a system right now, but I'm looking for an inspection or a call that the owner has made or contractor has made for an inspection on the property. And what we do is after 30 days, no inspection, 60 days is voided, we move on. Or if I verify with the building inspector that no one is called, nothing has been done, we'll go back out as condemnation inspectors, and then we'll void it. But
Gotcha.
what has happened, that's what happened with this particular property. It got stuck in the special repair permit drawer. Building inspectors continuing the case, continuing or leaving it open, not voiding the permit. And then that's why we got this long span.
So this one was actually supposed to have been voided anyway.
Yes, this should have been demolished a long time ago, to be honest with you.
So, well, yeah, voided. Got you. But this was in the special repair permits folder, but was one issue for this property?
Yes, he's
Oh, it
already
was.
had one that's been voided.
So this would be the second.
Yes, ma'am.
So this doesn't say that he has a voided, permit. So,
Oh, yes, that's right here.
right.
It says zero voided. Right here it says has one repair. So he has one that has not been voided. It should have been voided, maybe.
Yeah, it just says a request for the Community Development Committee to review property that has one repair permit. But does that mean one repair permit that has been voided? Yes. Got you. Okay. Okay, did you have any questions? Hold on just a second, sir. Did you have any questions, Councilor Abbott?
Yeah, how are you gonna do this?
See
What
happened
is your plan? Because this place is full of holes.
Yeah,
And
but
they
the
didn't
house-
just happen in the last 3 years.
The house, it's a brick house now. It was a wooden house. I bricked the whole house, put all new windows, all new doors, but they stole the windows and doors. But see what it is, they got the state got a lien on there, because my mother was in the nursing home. So the $6,000 a month, they put a lien on the house. So the conservative supposed to got it, she was supposed to took an offer. She ain't been doing. She said my sister don't stay and she a lawyer in Washington. So the lady ain't been doing it, but she keep, she's supposed to took care of it so that way I can go ahead and finish. Pay the money off for the hospital bill, for the taking care of every month.
So who's gonna do this work?
I got contractors. They gonna get permits and do their part, whatever they need to do, electric and plumbing. See, the house strip, ain't nothing inside. I got all the pest out of it. All it is I'm gonna change the whole inside of the house.
Okay, well, so what is the estimated cost of doing what you need to do in order to save this house from the wrecker?
Well, see, ain't nothing wrong with the outside, 'cause I just bricked the whole outside. The only thing I need to do is, I got to put the seals in front of it at the bottom where the water was leaking on there, and then I can put the roof on then. Fix the seals first, but the house is solid because I bricked the whole house. I dug the footing and did all that. The house been bricked. It was a wooden house. I bricked it and put new windows, new doors, everything. But then they stole the doors, the windows, and all that stuff off of it. And it's boarded up. You can't get in it now. You can't go inside. But ain't nothing in it. It's been gutted. All the pest off the walls and everything. It's going to be like a new house when I get through with it.
Yeah, but I think Councilor Abbott was asking what's going to be the estimated cost. Cause for us, you know,
Yeah, probably.
we would need to know that
Material
you've done your,
probably
hold on,
run
Mr. Alums, hold on.
About 15 to 20,000.
Is it Mr. Alums or Alums?
Allums.
Allums. So this committee would like to know that you have done your due diligence to, determine that you are going to have what it takes to repair this property.
Yeah.
Especially since right now, on record, you have one voided, special repair permit against you, which has already shown that you have been given a chance to repair this property, but you have not, you know, come through to do that. And so,
Well, see,
what's the cost?
That's probably about $20,000 worth of material. You know, all new fixtures and flooring and sheetrock. And Central, yeah, because I don't want no gas, it's too dangerous. You know, Central
Hey,
heating now.
so that's the materials, and the contractor's not gonna do this for free, so what kind of estimate has he given you?
But see, most of the work I can do myself, you know.
Well, these rafters and beams
But
that
now
are
I'm gonna
rotted
have a
through
contractor
are
like-
pretty scary looking
Yeah,
and
but I'm gonna have
heavy.
a contractor to do that.
Well, I'm all for giving people chances, but this place would scare the heck out of me. And I do a lot of renovations, and I just, you know, this is scary, but it's your place and it's your mom's place, and I understand the sentimental
She
attachments.
just,
Yeah,
Uh,
okay, well,
I just had one more question for Mr. Glover. When were these, pictures taken that you turned in to us? Were these recently taken?
some are 21, some are 23, and some are 24. Because the date's on them.
That's the most recent.
January 4th is the ones closest to the beginning. Well, 5/21 is the first one, but when you get back to the back, these were taken in 2021, which is why it was condemned. It was full of holes in 21. But the floors look better.
All right, is there a motion to, approve or to disapprove, this item? Or better yet, I'll make a motion, to approve. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Aye.
Mr. Alums, this is on you now.
Okay.
All right?
yeah,
So 30 to 60 days.
calling.
30 days.
Okay.
30 days. 30 days. That is it.
Okay,
All right?
okay,
Well, after he gets the permit, right?
yeah,
Yes. After he gets the permit, 30 days.
Okay.
You need to be, that need to be your best friend. You need to be talking to Mr. Glover all the time. Blow his phone up. All right?
okay,
All right. Thank you, sir.
okay.
Item number 6.
Item number 6, a request for the Community Development Committee to review property that has one repair permit, 824 Illinois Road, on May 28, 2024, Sandy Whitted, 5864 Macashan Ridge Road, McCall, Alabama, 35111, submitting an application for a special repair permit. This property was condemned by City Council on October 18, 2021.
Is the applicant here today? And as she comes, Mr. Glover, is it possible, not for it to be, you know, required on you all's end, because I know that this is not something that you all require, but I do think that it's something that should be suggested to the different applicants, that they should bring some type of information that shows that they've done their due diligence to determine how much it's going to, you know, cost to make these repairs.
Yes, sir.
I think that
ask
would-
them, and they still do not show up. They show up with the same, I think it's gonna be something, So we asked for detail, you know, a breakdown.
Yeah.
Like I said, this previous house, lumber costs, shingles, sheathing, whatever's involved in the repair. We don't ask for a general amount, we ask for a breakdown. That way it'll make sense to us as well as you guys, but, so we do suggest that.
Got you. How you doing today? State your name, please.
Sandy with it.
Okay. And have you been before us?
I am.
That's what I thought. Okay. I'm trying to think. Did we delay yours? We didn't delay.
This is one of those I found with the previous house. So as you can see, it was condemned October 18, 2021 as well.
Got you. Okay.
It has one repair permit that's been voided also.
And this is the one that's voided. So I guess share, and you're Miss Whitted, correct? Share with me what took place the first time that you received a permit that you weren't able to complete this.
Well, what took place, I lost funding. A couple of people backed out on me, but now I have complete funding, so I will be able to do the repairs with my father.
And I guess, how do you know that you won't lose funding this time around?
Oh, because it's all cash, you know.
Got you. It's all cash now. And have you
At first,
determined?
I went to my bank, and I had a partner with me, but I lost that, so yeah.
And have you determined how much is actually going to cost to complete this?
Between 35 and 40,000 to get everything that I want completed done.
Got you. And Mr. Glover, for this purpose of this permit, she would just need to make sure that the exterior is repaired and it's not a public nuisance, correct?
Yes.
Got you.
But at the same time, the interior has to be done as well. So, not to confuse you, we focus on the exterior first.
Right.
Not only, but we focus on the exterior first. We still would like for them to complete the interior, but that'll be determined because we don't have, the condemnation department, we're not concerned with that because that'll come before the electrical, gas, plumbing, mechanical, HV, and all that has to be approved and brought up to code before they can get the power and the gas released if they have gas in the home.
Got you.
So it's not like we just want, just do the outside and be done with the property. We want the property brought up to code, but we work with them. If they bring the exterior up to code, then we just try to work with them even more to go ahead and finish the property. Because as you can see on a lot of these homes, the exterior work is major. And that's gonna cost a lot of funding, and we understand that, so we try to work with them and allow them time to finish the interior if they run into a financial problem or they need more time.
Got you. Councilor Clark?
I guess the way I'm hearing you is, part of it, the first phase will be done under the special repair permit, which requires that every 30 days reinspection. And then once they bring it to a point where you can close that out, any future work will be done under a regular building permit.
They
where
have
you're-
they have that option,
They have that option.
right? Because if they list it on our permit, they can work under that permit, just have the electrician go and get, say, electrician, plumber, go and get those trade permits.
But if they continue to work on the special repair permit, they still got to show progress every 30 days.
Yes, ma'am.
Whereas if they close that out, once the nuisance is abated, they can pull a building permit and take their time. They might, okay, we're going to do the electrical
Yes, ma'am.
this year. And then I'm going to do the plumbing first quarter of next year.
Yes, ma'am.
And so then they could pace it, but that's more under a regular building permit.
Yes,
That does not require the every 30-day progress.
Right, because our every 30 days is getting rid of that public nuisance. So
Okay,
that's why we require the 30 days, because we want
Okay.
to see you progress and not just cutting the grass and manicuring the yard, we want to see progress being done to the structure from the exterior.
Okay.
Counselor Abbott?
So this house burned, and the back side of the house burned off, and the front of the house is just smoke damaged? Is that,
Yeah, the front and the side. It's just smoke, because it's still brick exterior on the front and the side.
yeah, well, I see it still has brick, but, you know, the rest of it looks very burned. So, all these concern me, but that's not my job. As long as you've got the money to do it and you're ready to rock and roll, you know, that's the big thing, because the house from the street, you know, looks pretty decent until you notice all the black right where the roof and the house meet, and then you know it burned. So, okay, I don't really have any other questions.
All right, or I move for approval.
Second,
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right,
good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Mr. Glover, I don't know if I can ask this on TV, but I'm gonna do it. I think we should, the committee should, you know, just really be able to sit down with you and just, you know, from beginning to end, just learn the full process of how this whole thing works, just so that, you know, we'll be able to have a better understanding when dealing with different applicants, about the options and the things that they need to do, in preparation to coming before us. Because I think, you know, moving forward, you know, my mindset is if, you know, people have not, you know, done their due diligence to at least even bring us a plan
Absolutely.
to say, hey, this is what I'm planning on doing, this is how much, you know, I've estimated that it's gonna cost based on, you know, a quote that I've been able to receive, then that shows me that, you know, you aren't really serious about saving this structure or this home. And so that'll make it easier for us to just move forward with what we need to do. Because if it's already on the condemnation list, we put it on there for a reason.
Exactly.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you're going through these old files, because, you know, we have a burnt structure in my neighborhood that for 5 or 6 years, it's still sitting there, and the city hadn't done a thing, and of course, the residents are all on me. I guess I need to give them your phone number.
That's fine. That's
You know, because people, when these burnt places are in the neighborhood, I mean, they attract people who want to do bad things in them. And then, you know, having a burnt place next door to you is, it's upsetting.
And a lot of citizens just assume that we've seen it because it's burned.
Hey, we won a lawsuit on this one in my neighborhood. The city of Birmingham won the lawsuit. The man was told to tear the place down. He didn't do it. The city didn't do anything either. Nobody did anything. So it's still standing there. And people are upset about it, especially the neighbors on either side. So,
The apartments.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask this.
10th place south, it might
Yes,
ring a
ma'am.
bell,
Yes, ma'am.
because I'm sure that somebody's been inquiring about it.
So let me ask this then, and then we'll go ahead and adjourn. You said that a lot of times citizens assume that you all have seen the structure and that you know that it's there, so they expect for it to just be condemned. I guess in those situations, is my BHAM 311 the best way for them to document those, or is it that, you know, we need to tell citizens to, you know, reach out to you
Yeah,
in your office, or like how can we as counselors better serve in that capacity?
I encourage 311 first if it's something recent, but like Councilor Abbott, if it's been out there, you know, over at least, especially over 2 years, then just give us a call and make sure we got, because like I said, I was going through file cabinets and found these properties that were still in this condition, and they were just sitting, you know, and that's not fair to the citizens. So, you know, it's just not to look at that long, and then we're still at that beginning process again to the demolition phase. So we got some work to do, but we're seeing where we're falling short at, and we're addressing those, and I think we're on the right path too, because I want to be held accountable, because I want the best Birmingham for the citizens as well. So I'm encouraged that we've got the funding from the mayor's office, so we're ready.
Well, Mr. Glover, I appreciate your investigative work and digging through these file cabinets and folders and finding these old condemned properties. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Y'all have a good one.
Thank you.